the difference between me and you is yours is going to be forced into action. Mine ain't touching it.
Well, but here's the thing.
And his is a more
I don't have a lot of faith in Andrew Berry, but if we're just going to assume because he screwed up wide receiver in the past that he's going to screw it up again, okay, then why bother? Don't take any receivers.
Well, I mean, this is why he shouldn't be here to begin with. But that's
you agree with me on that? I thought
everybody agree with you.
No,
on that.
G. Bush didn't.
I think
Xavier P. loves Andrew Berry.
G is in a situation where he's like he just knows like he gonna be here. Like he just accepted it.
Okay.
I don't think he truly wants him to be here, but I just know like he's like it is what it is at this point. And that's what he was saying at the end of the year. Like, all right, it's just gonna be what it is.
You jumped in. You drafted a mid-round quarterback?
No.
See, he's with me.
Listen, let me tell you why. I'm going to set that up. Listen, you take a look. You got Mendoza. Now, mind you, I always tell people, I do not have to sit up here and tell you Mendoza is garbage just to say I still believe in Shedeur Sanders. So you could do two things at once, right? So I think Mendoza goes to the Raiders. I think he's a good fit. I think he has a chance to be a good quarterback. But let me tell you about all these rest of these quarterbacks. Ty Simpson, Trinidad Shamblers, Drew Aller, Carson Beck, and John Mateer. They ain't better than Shedeur Sanders. Let's call it a spade right now. I'm not inflating them. I done seen them. Ty Simpson looked nasty his last 3 or 4 games. Drew Aller ain't never been good. Not one time at Penn State, they kept waiting on him.
G. Bush didn't just talk football. He set the Browns' QB room on fire. When he unleashed his scorching critique, the entire UCSS panel got exposed. And right in the middle of it all, Shedeur Sanders, quietly proving he's the real deal. Cleveland, a city where football isn't just a game. It's a crucible. A proving ground, a battleground for egos, talent, and narrative. In late 2025, the Browns' quarterback room became the hottest topic in the league. But the story didn't start on the practice field, or even on game day. It started in a studio, where G. Bush, the Browns' resident firebrand, turned a routine panel into a viral spectacle. With a chef's precision and a pundit's boldness, Bush cooked the entire discussion about the quarterback room. He exposed flawed analyses, questioned media assumptions, and delivered a message that reverberated across the NFL. Shedeur Sanders is the best quarterback on the roster, period. And in doing so, he didn't just spark conversation, he forced fans, analysts, and even rival teams to reevaluate what they thought they knew about the Browns' QB situation.
Shedeur Sanders is better than all of those guys, right there. 2 through 6 is yet 2 through 6. He's better than all of them.
Who on this panel said he wasn't?
We speaking to the broader terms. Now, in terms of what the quarterback room gonna be, well, little old G. Bush told you. The quarterback said 26. No, he is not. I keep telling you about trying to take these L's. When you trying to take L's, trying to prognosticate on what you gonna do, you end up with this. That room is looking like what the room is going to be.
Now, if the Browns had the first pick in the draft, they would be drafting Mendoza. There's no doubt.
Hey, you know what's funny? I told you. I said, Shedeur, you want to ruin everybody's hopes? Go ahead and win them last 2 games. And he did exactly that. And guess what? Let me tell you this too. The owner already done told you. If you read the tea leaves, everything they've done has told you they was playing Shedeur Sanders in 2026.
G. Bush didn't tiptoe into the conversation. He stormed in. He started by breaking down the Browns' quarterback room like a chef, dissecting ingredients. Deshaun Watson, the veteran with championship experience, returning from injury. Joe Flacco, a seasoned backup whose career had seen it all. Dillon Gabriel, the 3rd-round rookie with potential and upside. Shedeur Sanders, the 5th-round pick who had slid in the draft but carried immense promise. With authority and humor, Bush dismantled the narrative being spun by pundits and panelists. Stop pretending that any of these college QBs are better than what we already have. Stop drafting for the sake of drafting. Shedeur Sanders is the real deal. Every point Bush made was precise, citing production, experience, and potential. He didn't just debate, he exposed the panel for their inconsistencies and media bias. Fans went wild. Clips of Bush's fiery takedowns spread on social media. Analysts scrambled to respond. And suddenly, Shedeur Sanders wasn't just another rookie. He was at the center of a national debate. Bush didn't stop there. He addressed every draft prospect being hyped in 2025. Ty Simpson had flashes, but inconsistent in big games. Dante Moore, returning to college, not ready for NFL pressure. Carson Beck and John Mateer looked good on tape, but lacked production and poise. Bush's conclusion was clear. None of these players surpass what the Browns already have in Sanders.
They said Deshaun Watson, they made sure that they was cool with each other and had a nice relationship, to Tyvis's point. The Raiders game, he was going off the field, going to search out Deshaun Watson. They said, okay, we won't keep Deshaun Watson on this program and what we doing. If he ain't doing nothing crazy, if he ain't running around with more lawsuits, whatever, let his time expire and let him chill back there. For Dillon Gabriel, He's a 3rd-round pick. Dylan Gabriel wasn't the number 1 overall pick, and Dylan Gabriel is not a person who's super duper garbage. If you're gonna use a pick on him, and you already invested some time playing him and starting him, why can't he be a viable 3rd-string quarterback?
Shedeur Sanders' journey to Cleveland was a story of promise, expectations, and a dramatic fall. At Colorado, Sanders was a national standout. He finished 2024 as one of the nation's most efficient quarterbacks, leading in completion percentage and showing elite timing and accuracy. He carried his team as the undisputed offensive leader, proving he could manage pressure and lead in critical moments. But the NFL Draft of 2025 brought unexpected drama. Despite his production, he slid past the 1st and 2nd rounds. Scouts cited concerns over physical limitations, leadership evaluation, and perceived media distractions. Analysts debated whether his family legacy was an asset or liability. When the Cleveland Browns selected him in the 5th round, fans were stunned. Some called it a steal, others questioned the logic. But one thing became immediately clear: Sanders' journey had only begun. As the season progressed, Sanders' opportunity began to emerge. Initially the QB2 behind Gabriel, he remained ready, focused, and resilient. When Flacco was traded, the depth chart shifted. Sanders' composure and leadership began to shine. He wasn't handed the job. Every practice, every snap was a proving ground. And for fans who doubted him, every highlight, every successful drive became evidence. Sanders belonged in the NFL. Jay Bush's fiery critique wasn't just entertainment. It highlighted a central truth about football analysis: production, hype, cohesion, media narrative. Patience, overreaction. Sanders' rise wasn't instantaneous. It was methodical, under the radar, and fueled by preparation. And Bush's viral commentary crystallized a broader lesson: sometimes the loudest truth comes from those willing to speak it. As 2026 approaches, the Browns face decisions that will shape their trajectory: retaining Watson and balancing experience with youth, developing Sanders as a legitimate starting QB, supporting the QB room with coaching and complementary talent. One thing is clear: the QB room will continue to be scrutinized, debated, and analyzed. But thanks to G. Bush, everyone knows the stakes, the talent, and the truth about Shedeur Sanders. This is more than a rookie story. It's a story about narrative, preparation, and how one voice can redefine a debate. Shedeur Sanders didn't just walk into the NFL, he entered as a story, a challenge, and a statement. And G. Bush's cookout didn't just entertain, it reminded the world that sometimes the truth burns brighter than opinion. Sanders' career isn't defined by skepticism, it's defined by moments like this, where talent, preparation, and narrative collide. In Cleveland, that story is only beginning. The Browns' QB room has been exposed, the hype dissected, and Shedeur Sanders has proven he's not just another rookie. He's a quarterback ready to change the game. The critics can keep talking, the media can keep debating, but every throw, every drive, every play he makes is a statement. He belongs at the top, and Cleveland is his stage. Do you think Sanders can silence the doubters and lead the Browns to greatness? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and hit subscribe, because this story is only getting hotter, and you won't want to miss what comes next.